Hey ladies, how's it going? Hope everyone had a great Friday. So excited for this weekend. Any of you have any plans? I'm actually going to a concert tomorrow night with my boyfriend and my parents, so super excited for that. But today is all about the Moodstruck Addiction Palette 5. I did a video on palette 1 yesterday showing 2 different looks, and today I'm going to do the same with this wonderfully colorful palette 5. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I'm going to do again a bit of a lighter look on my right eye and a bit of a darker one on my left eye. And I'm starting with a fairly big shadow brush with the nice silver called Brilliant. Kind of using this as my base color for my lid. And I'm also going to put a little bit under my brow. There we go. Okay, and then the next color I'm going to use is Vindictive. Sorry, I wasn't trying to flip you guys off. It's Vindictive here. It's a nice yellow gold. I'm one of those people that points with my middle finger without realizing it. Until, people are giving me weird looks like, oh my gosh, why did you do that? I didn't do it on purpose. Promise. I'm going to do a couple layers of the gold just to really get it to show through. Down to the corner a little bit more. There we go. I'm actually going to go back with a smaller brush and get the Brilliant, again, the silver, just a little more into the corner of my eye. There we go. Get a nice bright highlight in there. There we go. I lost which one I was doing Vindictive with because I put it down a different way. Okay, I'm just going to pull that up a little bit, the gold, and out. And next, I'm going to use Suspicious. It's kind of a bronzy orange. I'll do that on my outer corner here. This one I'm just kind of keeping right on the very outside. Don't want to spread it too much. There we go. I'm going to go back with the gold and just go above the bronze just a little bit there. And then I'm going to blend that out a bit. Okay, so the shadow for that eye so far. We have the brilliant silver, and then gold, and then a little bit of suspicious on the outside there. I kind of almost think of that one as kind of a sunset eye, I guess. It just doesn't have like the purples or anything. I guess this is also kind of good to think of, as that a lot of people have come to start calling it the unicorn palette, but I guess another good way to think of it is kind of a sunset palette, because depending on where you are, sunsets are going to be more or less colorful because of dust in the air and such. But a lot of these colors you will see in sunsets at different points, like in the evening. So that's also another good way to think of it. Okay, so then, excuse me. I'm gonna go ahead and use Suspicious as my liner as well, which again is bronzy color here. Like I said, if I had a brown eyeliner, which I really need to get, I would probably use it, but don't have it just yet. I've actually been debating, so I would really like to get the other two palettes, but I was thinking about going ahead and getting one with the Kudos, so I can get another eyeliner as well. But I'm trying to figure out which one I want. Sorry. Let me use my side mirror here for a second. But I'm trying to figure out like which palette I want, because I really like the smoky colors. Because, okay, palette 2 is a bunch of like different shades of like silver, grays, and a black. So it's like a perfect smoky eye palette. But then palette 4 has like shades of like brown and gold, and then also a little bit of blue. I kind of think of it as like a beach. So I always think of the palettes, the colors in them as a specific theme. So palette 4 I kind of think of as a beachy palette, and I think it'll be really good for summer. So I was thinking about getting that one since, you know, it's May, so we're going into summer now, or going to be soon. The temperature will stop fluctuating quite so much. Okay. Now that I use that for my liner, I'm going to go ahead and do my mascara, which also comes in this month's Kudos. If you ladies haven't tried this mascara yet, you have got to. So honestly, like, I used to try all the new mascaras that like CoverGirl would bring out, because they were my favorite like drugstore brand. But as soon as I tried our Fiber Lash mascara, like, goodbye CoverGirl. Stuff is top notch. And going over with the fibers now. Just using the tip of the wand here a little bit. Just add them in specific spots. That was a little fiber clump there. And then going back over with the gel again. But seriously, you need to try this mascara. It's amazing. And again, since we have the 14-day, well, we have the Love It guarantee, right? So basically, within 14 days, if you don't like it, you can return it for your full money back. Okay. After 14 days, you actually have even longer than that. That's just to just straight return it. Okay, if it's after 14 days, you can still return it, but instead of like just straight getting your money back, you'll get like a product credit. I'm just going over with a little more transplanting gel on my very tips just to make sure it's locked in good. And then I'm also going to use a little transplanting gel on my bottom lashes here. Okay. If you notice any of them sticking together where you don't want them to, I do recommend just going back with a lash comb like this. This is just a cheap one I picked up at Walmart or something, but it's a good way to like separate any that you see sticking together where you don't want them to. There you go, because you can just comb through it without like worrying about pulling the fibers back off. So I actually think I'm gonna do a second coat there. And since I've kind of left it for a minute, I don't want it to be too dry, so I'm gonna go back over with transplanting gel a little bit more, because it does dry fairly fast. Okay, and do a little more fibers. There we go. Okay. And then one more coat of transplanting gel. Sorry, I still find it a little hard to do my mascara with my phone. There we go. Hey Tootie, how's it going? So you just tuned in. Okay, and then I just use a Q-tip to pick up any little fibers I have hanging around. Good to hear. Do you have any, do you and Jeff have any plans this weekend? There we go. So there's I-1. Kind of a golden sunset, I guess. And now with my left eye, sorry, I always brush off the extra fibers on the back of my hand, little fibery pieces on there. So with my left eye now, we're going to go more into the deeper shades here of the palette, the more like pink and purpley colorings. I think I'm still gonna go ahead and do a base of the silver. I think the silver base kind of helps bring out some of the other colors. What you going to Indy for? So this one I'm just gonna go ahead and do silver all over my lid. Just bring it up here. Sorry if you hear the dog whining. I think he's wanting to play. I just took him out to the bathroom before I started, and I don't get home till like 5:30. He's always so excited to see me home. He wants to play for like an hour. So, okay, so I have a silver base coat all over the lid there. And then, face itches. Okay, and then next, medium shadow brush. And I think, sorry, yet again, I'm kind of making it up as I go along here. So first, I think I'm actually going to start with Victorious to start pinky shade. Oh yeah. So actually, I work tomorrow morning at the store, and then tomorrow afternoon, me and Mom are meeting Mikey and Dad down in Indy, because we're going to a concert down there, and we're getting a hotel and stuff, so super excited. Kind of making a weekend of it since, you know, Mother's Day's Sunday. So we're staying up there Saturday night, and then Sunday we're going to go out to brunch, because Mom's really been wanting to go out to brunch, and any of my Park County people know there really are a lot of choices around there, so where my parents live, so. Anybody have any fun plans for Mother's Day, or just some relaxing at home? And here comes the puppy. What, baby? What? Is Daddy ignoring you? I'm sorry, baby. I'll play with you here in a few minutes, okay? I know he's being horrible and ignoring you for the TV. Okay, now I'm going with Sarcastic here, which is kind of a deeper burgundy color. And bringing that in to the outside of my eye here. Hello, baby. Sorry, he's such a spoiled little brat. I love him to death, but he is very spoiled. Okay. I know. I'm gonna take a little bit more of the Victoria's Pink. I'm in the center of my lid here. To the outside. Just kind of get those to blend into each other a little bit more. So it kind of goes from pink to the darker burgundy there. And then next, going to take this one. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I don't have any leftover eyeshadow from the last look. I'm actually going to take Vintage, which is definitely more of a true orange. Excuse me. And take it up like to my crease and a little bit above. Hey, what are you doing? Sorry, he's being obnoxious now and trying to climb onto the bottom shelf of my bookshelf. Okay, so I said I'm blending that from my crease and up a little bit. With one of my domed fluffy brushes. I get a little bit more. One of the things I really love about Palette 5 in particular, it is actually, other than just being more colorful, it is unique from our other palettes. Unique. It is more different than our other palettes because the shades are prismatic. I know, he's such a little butthead. But the shades are prismatic, so depending on how the light hits them, with the prismatic finish, the color changes a little bit. So they'll be, you know, brighter or darker. The color will show through a little bit more. I mean, you can look you can see it already on my eyelids, so. But I really like that because it gives the look a little more dimension, I think. So now that I have all these wonderful warm tones there, I'm going to darken it up a little bit and make it a little bit cooler with some Fearless. I'm just trying to figure out what the best brush is because I want just a little bit of it. I don't want too much because it is so dark. Unless you want a dark look, which is fine. It can be just a little overpowering sometimes. I actually think I'm going to use my my Younique angled shadow sponge brush I have. It's a double-ended one. It's upside down. It's a double-ended one. So it has a sponge and then just an angled, like, fluffy shadow brush on that end. So I'm gonna use this end and there we go. I'm going to use the angled shadow end and get just a little bit of Fearless, which honestly I think is a great name for that color. Make sure to tap off any excess. And this, so I'm doing a little at a time. I'm going to do just kind of like a little crescent of it from my crease to my lower lash line, and then I'm going to line my lower lashes with it. Okay. As I said, I wanted to use it to darken the look a little bit, but not overpower the other colors. Okay, see how it's adding a little bit more depth there? And then normally I use my angled liner brush for like a clean line, but I want this one to be a little more smoky, I guess. So I'm gonna use this brush. Honestly, I'm not sure what this one's called. It's just this weird little short brush I have. The bristles are pretty stiff. I kind of like to use it to basically smoke out like my lower liner and stuff like that. So I'm gonna dab that just a little bit into the Fearless again. And give me 1 second. Okay, sorry, I have to move the comments over for 1 second so I can see what I'm doing here. Okay, so that I'm just kind of dabbing it along my lower lash line and pulling it back up to meet the purple from the corner there. And kind of pulls everything together just a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so yeah, my lower lash line kind of just swoops right up into the corner there and blends the purple into all the other ones. Speaking of blending, I've not done that with that shadow yet. So I'm going to take my blending brush out and blend it a little bit. I don't want to too terribly much. So honestly, these shadows kind of blend together pretty easily anyway. And I don't want to get too much of the purple into the other ones. There we go. Okay. So now I just have to finish up with my mascara. Now, also, I'm probably not going to do too much lips today. I have my Bonbon on right now because they are in much need of some TLC. Actually, I'm going to put a little bit more on. Because I used the sugar scrub on them earlier because they've been chapped and peeling because I have not been taking care of them like I should be. So, yeah, shame on me. But working on getting them repaired and pretty again. I just touched my nose. I felt it. See the little dot? There we go. So I kind of just roll it. It's the easiest way to get it without messing up the rest of your makeup. Okay. Sorry, I'm going to use my side mirror a little bit here. There we go. So it's a little hard. Like, I have enough trouble putting mascara on, let alone trying to use my camera on my phone to do it. So it's just a little easier for me to use my mirror. There we go. Okay, so there's one coat of fibers. And we're gonna go back, and I'll get the fallout in a minute, go back with the transforming gel. There we go. There we go. Like I said, if for some reason like my left lashes are so much easier to do than my right, they like just look better. Because I have 2 coats on my right and 1 coat on my left, and I swear they look even. So that one usually gets more. Here we go. Okay, now I'm just going to use a Q-tip to clean up a little bit of fallout from the fibers, just from when I was putting them on. So I just kind of twirl around, and it picks them right up. There we go. Okay. So that is 2 eyes done with palette 5. Which I said honestly it's one of the ones I find a little more fun to play with. So we have the lighter look here with the silver, gold, and bronze. And the dark one here with the silver base again, but with the pink and burgundy and orange and purple, especially for the liner. So, what do you ladies think? I'd like to know if you want to comment on this video to see which eye look you like the best so far, or which of the palettes so far you've liked. Palette 1 that I did yesterday, or palette 5 that I did today. The last palette that I currently own that I will be doing a video on will be palette 3, which is my pink and purple palette here. That one, because of the concert and working tomorrow, I don't think I'm going to be able to do a video till Monday. But expect another live Monday on Addiction palette 3. Okay, but I hope you ladies have a great weekend. I know I'm really looking forward to it. And any mothers watching out there, I hope you have a great Mother's Day as well. And I will see you back here soon. Bye.